Okay, Murray Carnival, we've got away with the semi-finals. They're done and dusted, and now we've got the under-15 Possibles versus the under-15 Probables here at Murray Carnival 2017 at Dolphin Oval. On the left of screen in the white are the Probable side, and to the right in maroon are the Possible sides. My name's John Devine. Joining me is Leo Denver. Mate, warm conditions, cool up where we are, but how exciting is it for these guys? These under-15s in front of a big crowd here at Dolphin Oval.
Good afternoon, mate. Yeah, once again, we get a chance to see this afternoon the young talent we have throughout Queensland. So, mate, looking forward to this game again.
Yeah, these sides played on the outside fields this morning before their selection only about an hour ago, so it would have been a fairly nervous wait for their selection.
Yes, it was, and some of the guys are very excited. One in particular is Brad Beatson. His young bloke got a start today, so young Jack, so all the best with that.
Wearing the number 8 for the Possible sides in the maroon. Waiting to kick off is Byron Parnell of Watija Briggs in the number 4 for the maroon side. As Brad Cook mentioned, a player to watch out for in this competition. Remembering, well, it's not really about points, it's about proving to the selectors why they're out there and how they can regress to the side. They pick a side out of this one, Leo?
Pick a side, touring side. This year they're going to go to PNG, and that will be probably early December.
Well done. Oh, nice and cool. So this will be lovely for them this afternoon. It won't make too much difference. But as we said, maroon are the Possibles, Probables are the white. They've received first, and there's a high shot going underneath. There's Chatfield Mooka. He gets up to play it on the 30-metre line. Middle of the park they go. Charging forward is there, his front row partner, and Nicholas Fenton. Fenton to the 40. So 10 metres each from both the prop forwards, and that's what you want in the early contest. Hang on to the footy, complete a set of 6, and they turn it back inside. A bit of a Melbourne Storm move, which won't talk about too much there in the middle of the field. Through the hands, show and go. Here we go with Reece Walsh. Walsh, a late inclusion, coming in for Ben Lombo. And he'll get up and play. They're inside the half of the Possible sides. Last tackle, they put the kick down, low, flat one. The breeze isn't too prominent today, but it's going to be tidied up the back eventually there by Tyrese Brown, I should say. And complete a set of 6, mate, right in the corner, just what you want.
Yeah, great start for the young blokes there, mate, coming out to set. Obviously looking at now is these guys going to showcase their skills, put forward for the coaches to select these guys for that tour.
Yeah, I guess they're looking for mainly getting the basics right to start with, and then just showing what class they can put on top of that.
Yeah, and obviously how they can connect as team members. And obviously that's what they're looking for as selection.
Yeah, so they haven't had much time to get the combinations right, have they?
No.
Only 15 minutes or half an hour since they were selected and given their jerseys. And nothing better than playing in front of a big crowd as the kick gets away here by Zach Labert. I'm not sure whether Zach Labert's any relation to the Townsville Blackhawks Labert, the number 6 up there.
Yes, mate, that's his little brother.
It is his little brother. Well, there you go. I'm sure he's got half the ability of Cole. He'll be a standout. So Joseph Ross will get up and play it. Good tackle, middle of the park. They turn it back inside now to Isaiah Carwane. Carwane will get put on his back, just a metre inside Possibles territory, slow to his feet. Nona gives it on the forward. A good charging run there by Nicholas Fenton. His second take-up makes it to the 10-metre line. Nona again. They go to the left-hand side. Here's the kick. It's a high one here from Reece Walsh. Swirling conditions, allowed to bounce. Can be a crazy thing, the footy, but this time we'll go dead in goal. And a 20-metre restart and 7 tackles. Yeah,
mate, looks really good with all the energy from the young blokes here this afternoon. Teams coming from Townsville, obviously, Warrabinda, out in Anala, Sherbrooke, all those communities are bringing their teams down for this opportunity.
Oh, it's outstanding. It's brought everybody together. And the true word of the carnival is here. Everybody's shaking hands afterwards, and it's just great. And I reckon you can fair guess about how a carnival's going by the number of handshakes you see around and people giving each other hugs, and they haven't seen each other for a long time. It's a great catch-up. And a little bit of footy thrown in as well, as the halfway line is almost greeted there by the Possible side. Blind side, stadium side, bit of a show and go there from the Possibles player. And getting up to play it is Brown. They go to the left-hand side, kick, might have been touched, play on, picked up and rolling and turning. Is it 6 to go? No. Still the tackle count continues. Zach Labert offloads it to a forward. Last one now. Charging forward, Ben McKellar. McKellar getting close, and that will be a changeover. So not too bad, Leo, that a kick in goal might have gone too far, but they've got to play it from 1 metre out from their own try line, the Probable side.
And obviously that's what we're looking for, how as some of the halfbacks and 5/8s today can showcase their skill around making sure they get last tackle option sorted.
So right, Dunrobin, he goes for a charge, and we've seen from some of the games here today that the smaller men are coming into it due to warm conditions and a lot of footy in the senior grade. These guys have played just as much footy. So the nimble guys have got a chance down the left-hand side, and here they go. It's a chance for right Dunrobin, turns it back inside and unfortunately comes up with an error, and now it's in the hands of the Possibles side. So a fresh set of 6, but dangerous signs out to the left. Middle of the park. Sorry, mate. Yeah, go.
Yeah, man. Once again, mate, when you just mentioned speed, I think certainly today we'll see some of that from these young blokes.
Nothing better than a flying winner as Tate Roberts gets within 22 metres of the try line. Centre of Dolphin Oval. They go to the left-hand side. Another forward goes for a charge, and this is Kobe Fechner. Fechner, good defence there. Shut down by Chatfield Mooker. Hooker there, Halliday. Turns it back inside to Zach Labour to the Larson Doyle, the lock forward. He's 8 metres short of the try line. They go to the right. They see some numbers out here. Quick hands, the possibility. Doesn't matter. He goes straight through and score himself. And that looks like it might have been a try there for Byron Parnell, the number 3.
Great to confirm that, mate. Well, wonderful movement from the young boys. They set that up really, really well. Young Zach, I think it might be Jara Briggs.
It was Jared Biggs. He's wearing the 4. He's on the right centre, so I tried to him, and Brad Cook,
certainly
he picked him as a talent to watch.
Certainly in the lead up for that there, the guys from, I guess, the Possible side, they pretty put their stamp on the game. They went to their points on the football field and obviously create that overlap on the outside. But it's a wonderful line running there from Jara.
Yeah, disappointing for the Probable side. That movement down the left-hand side there just come unstuck. But yeah, centred wide. See how many wheels they've got out wide, and put them to the test and put them in the gap.
It's a wonderful for Jara to come back. He made the side last year when we toured New Zealand. So this time around, back again, maintenance and making sure that he's going to put his hand up to get picked again.
He just converted his own try nicely there too. Just check the back. That might actually be the halfback.
Yeah,
That might be Zach Labour, isn't it?
It's Zach, mate.
Yep. They look similar, don't they? So restart, 20-minute halves here at Dolphin Oval. Possibles in the maroon, Probables in the white. Probables kicking off down into the corner. Good take on the half volley there by the halfback in Connor Snow. Half volley there was sort of a Yorker. He was able to pick it up. Again, they run through the forwards. Tate Roberts makes some metres over the 30. Still in the centre of the park. Options left and right. Goes left. Taking it to the line now is the Ben McKellar. And McKellar gets rolled onto his back. And a good shot from Chatfield Mooker, is going through a mountain of tackling at the moment. They're going to put it through the hands. Remember, these combinations are only 8 minutes old. And a good tackle, 10 metres inside the Probables half. Time for a wing to have a crack. And away he goes, this Tyrese Brown. Last tackle now for the Possible side. Heading it back to Connor Snow. And Snow puts a little cheeky kick over here. The bounce could be awkward, but nudge tidy up nicely on the far side there by Alan Motton. And Motton will go skirting towards the sideline. They try to muscle him over the chalk, but he just stays in field by 5 minutes when the penalty's been called for in front of the kicker, perhaps, Leo?
Yes, they were, mate, inside 10. Wonderful thing about that last set that the Maroon side comes through was that they set it up really well. And look, the number 9, Tallis Halliday, certainly got to the guys to the positions on the football field, and once again got to their kick. It looked really, really good.
Can't believe that they've played 8 minutes of footy nearly, and not one handling error, apart from just dropping coal because of a lack of combination. The communication seems right. They know where to stand. They know where to play. It's almost like they've been playing all carnival together instead of against each other.
Selectors be very, very happy with that.
Jackson Smith will get up and play. And again, they use the forward runners. Chatfield Mooker not only going through a mountain of defence, but also in the hit-ups. Walsh takes it to the line. Walsh before he runs into some traffic. Jack beats him one of those, the number 8. Nona offloads it to Robinson. He straightens the play. And that's the 40-metre line just in front. So away he goes again now to Nona. Tyrone Nona throws himself over the 30-metre line. Quick play up, there's traffic in the way there, but finally gets in the hands of Reece Walsh. Walsh with a crossfield kick here, running through with Freddie McKinley. Bounces up nicely. McKinley with the footy. They go for the corner. McKinley, 10 metres out. McKinley, there's 3 of them, and he's pulled into the defence. almost into the grandstand fence, but the crossfield defence from the Possible sides. Oh, he's got some wheels.
Unlucky for that young bloke.
He was motoring for the corner.
Once again, set up really well. 15 last option. Nice kick.
Yep.
Unlucky for young Byron. But once again, created opportunity on the outside, and I thought he was going to get there in the end.
Yeah, if Mills Pryor had a chance with the pull, he might have actually he might have gone back inside to take that one. So we've got a change on the Maroon side. Number 2 is Preston Weatherall, replacing Teresa Brown. Anyway, play on. It's with the Possible side. They're trying to work it out from their own half. Makes it the 10 metres. There's Toby Ben McKellar. Across a bit of a goose-stepping run there from Larson Doyle, and good metres there from Larson Doyle. That's what you want from your lock forwards, some mobility and size in the middle of the park. And again, they use the big forwards. Tate Roberts gets to halfway. The speed of the play, the ball is exceptional. Putting it on the toe now. Zach Laybutt. Oh, that bounce could have gone anywhere as Beatson came charging through. Good return, kick chase. Wasn't too bad, but the winger there in Preston Weatherall. High shot. Referee will penalise that player for it. Just a loose arm.
Once again,
reflex, isn't it?
Yeah, once again the momentum with the Improbable side.
So Joseph Ross, a lock forward to halfway. Coming into the line now is Christopher Robson. Might actually be Tyson Stevens. Looks a bit too big for this one.
Yeah, looks like Tyson.
Yep, that's right. So now with Reece Walsh. Walsh almost through. Oh, support play there, and Freddie McKinley was lurking, and just a pop pass. He was a chance now. It's with Tyrone Nona, and Nona gets across the 20 before he's pulled down there by Byron Parnell. Played the ball here for Mills Pryor, and I'll put the kiss of death on him there, didn't I? I said there wasn't too many fundamental errors, but there's one.
That's pretty good for this time.
Yeah, exactly. We've had 11 minutes.
Yeah, nice to see, actually. It was one of the things the selector's going to be looking at, certainly how to control the footy as part of that team.
Steamy conditions. There might be a little bit of sweat running down onto the hands as well, but still, you've got to
forgive them, mate. They've been playing a few games throughout the week, so.
I'm exhausted watching. And the thing is that why I'm exhausted watching is because it's been end-to-end stuff. It's never been a dull moment. It's never been dour contest at all. It's always been entertaining as they try and put it through the hands. There's a fullback there in Carlos Smith, and Smith will spin and turn and take the tackle on 30. Not afraid to chance their hands, and you could play conservative footy if you wanted to, just to make sure you get a point across to the selectors, but they want to see some of your own individual brilliance, and that's what's out in Park. As Beatson gets thrown onto his back 8 metres short of halfway. Looking for a penalty there was Halliday, but he doesn't get it. Oh, almost an intercept here. So there's a player out of the line now for the Probables. And he gets back in, and he's gone for all money. Halliday looks for a forward runner, finds it in Tate Roberts, and Roberts with some good meters gets hit from the side from Kissy. Last one now. Halliday goes to the blind, puts a kick. That's been played out. Will the referee say? Is it 6 to go? No. It's going to be a knock on anyway.
Yeah, once again, obviously using their skills from that short side. Byron's another experienced guy too that's playing. He actually made the side last year too.
Byron Parnell?
Yeah.
Yep. So the scrum set 22 metres out from the Probables try line. So a bit of relief. Still 6-0 in favour of the Possibles as they put it through the hands. Fullback there, Seamus Edwards had reached high for that one. And now the ball's back in the hands of the Maroons in the Possible side. 18 metres out from the try line. Halliday beats it, offloads it, going back inside there is Poi Poi. Halliday with options to the left and right, goes to the left, reaching out for there is Laybutt. Through the hands, here we go through the second row, trying to get through there is Tate Roberts, and Roberts cut down around the ankles. Good defence coming straight in. Here's a chance here for the 15 in Wideman. Last tackle now. Tate Roberts playing dummy half, and no. I thought he might have got over Tate Roberts.
Unlucky. Once again, you see the leadership on the football field between the 6 and the 7, and also Halliday at hooker, and getting around the park really, really well.
Is it overused too much, Lau, the spine, or is it actually accurate and well deserve use of the word spine. Those 5 players just hold the whole game in their hands,
Yeah,
basically.
certainly
They fire
does.
everybody.
Yes. Yeah, it certainly does, yeah.
So it's not overkill. Yeah, I agree. So,
And they talk about the big 3
Yeah.
down in Melbourne, so like certainly him. Once, hopefully, we can get that fullback involved. They're the ones that we sort of want to make sure that they're on song when we're playing.
And they got to try and work out the right combination when they inject themselves to the fullbacks, haven't they? Considering they don't know these other players to a degree, they've got to try and find a way to inject into the line there at a certain time and also not leave their position open at the back. So I don't know how you can play fullback. It's the most loneliest job down there. Look at him down there by himself is Carlos Smith. And here comes the kick, and it's a high spiralling one there here from Tavali Khan to area and diffused over on the far side. So not a bad set of 6 considering the field position.
Once again, the D's have got some momentum back with that number Tavali coming on. He's showing some energy.
Monstrous kick. So there might be an error there, and it was. So the Possibles, just a good shot on Byron Parnell. Comes up with an error. The scrum feed will go in favour of the white side in the Probables.
Yeah, what we're looking for here, because it's an attacking situation where they get to the points on the football field, setting something up, trying to create a scoring opportunity.
Is there a set plan to go through, say, 3 or 4 forwards? Here's a short ball, nice one too, was, and comes up with an error. Unfortunately, does Kawain, and it's back in the hands of the Possibles. So after talking up big time of the handling errors, I've done 2 or 3, Leo. My apologies. It's a curse that I possess. 14 is Dayland Rolls. Cool. It's crunched, this beats. Didn't bother. It's Jaden Thurston, actually. Looks very similar. And over halfway. They venture. Laybutt, show and go. Tackle around the ankles. Freddie McKinley. Short ball. It's the last tackle now here for the Maroons. Kick from Snow. Still on the heels. 6 to go. So obviously play that, and unfortunately he's come up in the hands of the Possible side again. Daylin Rolls gets up and plays it. Snow, the dummy half, gives it on to Larson Doyle, and Larson Doyle gets to the 25-metre line. Again, they go through the middle of the park. Haven't quite got there yet as Weedman gets up to play it. Got a replacement player out there now in the 17, is it? 16, middle of the park now. Weedman, last tackle now for the Possibles. Rolls. Oh, wasn't the greatest pass of Connor Snow, but still a changeover.
I guess the pleasing thing about that, the shape looked really well out there. So options both sides. Just unfortunate the young bloke put it down.
So for the Probables, away they go. Coming into the defenders, Byron Parnell. Using the quicker men. Freddie McKinley spinning and turning before he'll go underneath Thurston's tackle. Thurston again involved in the tackle, this time on Nicholas Fenton. And Fenton played on the 30. Through the hands, middle of the park. All players out there now having a crack as Gabriel Muka has a trot. Walsh is with it, puts it into the hands there of Campir area, and it drives it down into the corner. How about that for a kick? I don't know whether it was a 40-20. It is a 40-20. That's a 40-0. It's gone all the way down to the corner. So, yeah, it is a 40. I thought there might have been a touch or something like that, but he's going to say no. It's going to be a chance now for Ezra Mam. He'll take the tap on the 10. Can the Probables get on the scoreboard? There's the first one. Mam at dummy half. Waiting for it is Walsh. Fires it out the back. Quick pass. Jab kick early in the tackle count. It's going to be picked up in the in-goal area, and trying to get away out there is Smith. And Smith attracts a lot of attention there, and great work by Smith to get out of his own in-goal. And presence of mind to be aware of an early kick.
Yeah, I would have thought that he would have ran that had been the second tackle.
Yeah.
There were some numbers on the outside. Once again, you look at the shape they have on the football field, and they certainly didn't have it on that left side. But very, very impressive, that Cantiera.
Yeah, he's got a slick pass as well as the Possibles try and make their way out past their 20-metre line. Quick hands. Spinning, turning, going back inside is Weatherall. Weatherall get up and play it. Not too many metres gain. Firing past Labour, has to reach out for that. Finally puts it on the toe, goes straight down the throat of the fullback there, and Edwards, and away goes Edwards to the 40. So what can they do now? They sort of squandered a little bit of possession earlier there with an early kick on the tackle count as they go through the Alan Motton, the winger, coming in to do a bit of work. Dummy half now is Mam in the 17. They go to the right-hand side, finds a forward runner, and Gabriel Muka. Muka goes charging forward, looks for, he does get the offload away. Play on, says the referee, and presence of mind there for Mam to stay alert, and he's going to get the offload and take that ball to within 12 metres of the try line. Going into is Mills Pryor, dummy half. Firing pass out of the half-time. Who decides it's Camperiera will take the tackle right on half-time. And the score is Possibles 6, Probables 0. Exciting game of footy from two sides that don't know each other, Leo.
Yeah, mate, look, the wonderful thing about it is that the guys are putting the best foot forward. Obviously, we've seen that the momentum swing in that second stanza of the first half.
Yeah, so 6 will come back for the second half in the Possible Probables under 15. Murray Carnival 2017, back soon.
Welcome back to the second half of the Possibles, Probables. Brad Cook stepping in for John Devine, who's getting ready for the women's final coming up very shortly on our coverage today. He's young Jack Beatson taking the ball forward up for the Possibles or the Probables team. I'm really looking forward to some good footy today. So we're joined by Leo Dinnemer. You enjoyed the first half of footy, Leo?
Yes, I did, mate. Good afternoon.
Looking forward to your comments in regards to this match in the second half, but also the team that's being selected for the future team that's touring to PNG. That sounds absolutely amazing as the ball goes to ground there off Roberts. Mistake play on now for the team in white, and it's in the hands of the number 11, Isaiah Kawan. But the referee will bring it back for a double knock on, and we'll pack down a scrum 20 metres out from the line, and the Probables team on the attack.
Yeah, mate, as mentioned earlier, the guys are going to be touring PNG in December, early December. So obviously we've seen today that the two sides showcasing their skills and hopefully get a ticket to go up there.
Plenty of talent on display. The future of Murray Rugby League. If the past so many years of Queensland dominance of rugby league's anything to go by, here's a nice run here from Tavali Khan Pereira, but the ball comes to ground. Made the mistake there from the Probables. Probably not the start he wanted there. Tavali puts his hand up and apologises to his team, but they'll pack down a scrum with the Possibles in the maroon jerseys getting the scrum feed.
Yeah, look, he showed some energy when he came on in the first half, so I'm looking forward to watch this young bloke actually in the second half.
He's got some dancing feet on him, hasn't he?
Mate, just like yourself, Brad.
Don't tell him about our time up here at the Murray Rugby League Carnival, Leo. Here's a nice run. Tate Roberts is the man. Gets on the outside. Byron Parnell now on the number 3. Gets over the halfway line as he got the pace. Looks for some support. Finds it in his fullback in Carlos Smith. Ball cover defence comes across and dived on nicely there. It was Freddie McKinley and Keanu Wright-Dunn-Robin did well for the Probables team to get back and save the day. Some fantastic work early on by young Tate Roberts. Here's another good run now. Freddie McKinley, who did well to get back out and snuff the try. Good skills and good speed coming from both teams here today.
Selectors be happy with that too, mate. I mean, the great chase down there for those two centres, and obviously making sure that there was no try scored.
Probables marching the football upfield. No doubt the selectors looking for the tiresome work up the middle as well, not just the flashy attacking players. They want the ones who make the tackles, the ones who tuck the ball under the arm and do the runs when nobody else wants to, just as Ezra Marm did just then. Now left, beautiful space out wide. There's plenty on here at the moment. Right, Dunn-Robin comes through the middle, gets it out to the left again, and the ball goes to ground off the hands of Alfred Watcho. Unfortunate there for the Probables team, but we're really starting to see the game open up here in the second half.
Certainly did, mate. I mean, one of the things I spoke about in the first half was how do you get your position on a football field, and the side worked really well then to the points.
Here's the changeover on the last tackle with the Possibles team in maroon. Just the excitement for these players, the opportunity to showcase just their individual skills and what they could do. They've played throughout the carnival over the last few days. And they're representing all the different teams that have taken part in this carnival to be selected in these two representative Possibles Probables teams, with that team selected for PNG and also to represent the Murray 16s clash against the Couriers.
Yeah, mate, I think it's exceptional. I mean, the concept all around is going to be amazing over the last few years. I mean, 2 to Fiji, 2 to New Zealand. And this year we got that opportunity to go to PNG.
We just saw Tate Roberts putting a run there in the number 11. I'm not shocked to see him selected in this team, considering the pedigree that he comes from. Former NRL player and Abby Roberts is his dad, and his older brothers Blake and Ethan, both in the Titans squad, with Ethan playing in the Titans under-20s as a real star in the halves.
Yeah, mate, certainly. Look, those names come up throughout the team today. You've got a Thurston in there, so wonder if we got some future stars.
So good to see the Queensland dominance in recent years at the origin level, and an opportunity here. It's been quite even in the under-16 Corey Murray clash over the years. Always good contests. See the Probables now march the football up forward. That's a nice run. Each of these young players really trying to impress as Chatfield Mooka plays the ball. 3 defenders really working hard here at the moment. Jack Beatson being one of those players. And another young player there, his teammate looks to be a little bit injured after that run, which was a good run coming from Nicholas Fenton. Dummy there thrown by Christopher Robinson. Roberts over the top of the defence. Just before the halfway line now, let's see what they can do. Pushing away and bouncing out is Tyson Stevens. Further to the left again. Here's the footwork again from Khan Pereira. Nice ball as well. Mooker gets a pass away. Now onto right done Robin. He looks for the offload. Still standing in the tackle. That's great strength there from Keanu right done Robin. Let's see who wants the ball here on the last. They go down the short side play. Beautiful footwork. Oh, that's very smart individual play by Ezra Mam in the number 17. Sneaky little side opened up, and that's a great try on the Skilling Queenslanders for Work Fox League broadcast.
Wonderful to see, mate. A lot of vision for these young blokes and the initiative to go down the sideline by himself.
Well, if Probables is the name for a reason, he certainly earned the tag to play in that team, because that was a nice little work down the sideline there from Ezra Mam.
Once again, I think the role and the momentum from from the first half, and I'm really impressed with that. Is it Tavali Khan Pereira?
Tavali Khan Pereira in the number 18.
Yeah, mate. Look, he showed some really initiative on his left side here. The structure looks really well, and certainly down the short side now. Yeah.
A little right foot step that would bedazzle anyone at any level of football.
So one of the things we look at is our leadership on the football field with those, in particular with the halves. And today I know that the coach this year is going to be Jim Stevens, who did a wonderful job last year. So one of the things he's certainly going to look at is maybe how we're going to get the structure right for our players.
Here's a kick from the left footer. This is going to be a tough kick here for Khan Pereira. He looks likely, gee, strikes it all right, but just pushing it across the face. Not enough legs on that one as well. The breeze coming from the north here today, so any kick from the southern end will be a very tough kick. I see another replay there of the run from Ezra Mam. Beautiful right foot step. And you've got to remember that these kids are all under the age of 15. It's hard to stop and remember sometimes that they're just all young boys doing their best to impress here on a big stage. 6 points to 4, the Possibles in maroon lead the Probables in white. Byron Parnell, I heard you mention before, he did represent in the Murray's team last year, along with a few other players too. That Wadra Briggs being one of those, the try scorer in the first half. Here's the restart. Pushing up there is Gabriel Mooker in the number 15. Good solid defence over the top there from Bronson Poi Poi. And here's a run now from Nicholas Fenton. Good tackle underneath there by Ben McKellar. So both teams working hard. The big boys through the middle know their roles, and they're really playing some good structured footy here at the moment. Obviously following the instructions well. Khan Pereira passes the football back on the inside there to Chatfield Mooker. Good solid defence. Fechner and also Beatson in there. Always good to call the name Beatson in a maroon jersey. Well, that ball going forward, and that's going to be a knock on. We see that quite a bit lately. They try to play the football. It rolls forward off the boot. If you do roll it backwards, it is play on even after you knock it forward the first time. But they'll come back for a changeover here with the maroon team, the Possibles, having the football centre field. They're up 6 points to 4 in this under-15s clash. Brad Cook joined by Leo Dinova here for our coverage. And here's a run here for Tate Roberts. He gives the ball away. This Possibles team looking to see who steps up here. Another touch here for Roberts. This time he goes forward. Tip on last play, now showing his strength through the middle. Versatility for the big young back rower. Now a nice hard charge up through the middle. Really good defence needed to be made that time by Tyrone Nona. But it was a good run. Straight through the centre by the Possibles. He's the fullback now in Carlos Smith. Dummy half waiting now in Halliday. The ball sloppy pass into number 20. Gives it back now to Laybutt. Laybutt now throws a nice short pass. Another long one. Parnell now has the ball in hand. And a possible try in the corner there for Preston Weatherall. Looked to be a possible forward pass in there, but Preston Weatherall is the man who scores the try in the corner. Fantastic there for the Possibles. Some great early lead-up work here for the team in maroon.
Yeah, mate. Look, young Zach Laybrook.
Zach Laybutt there.
Laybutt, yeah, mate. Look, double around again. Looking to keep the football alive. I think it's absolutely amazing that he can do that. Great pick-up. Great vision. Was going to kick. However, hands it through. And good finish on the outside there by young Weatherall.
My apologies to the man in the number 20 for the Possibles team. We don't have a name for the Possibles maroon number 20, but he showed some real good poise, a good run up the middle beforehand, and then also good poise with the football centre field. So full credit to the man in number 20 who's putting on a show. Unfortunately, we just can't give his name to you at the moment. 10 points to 4 in this lead now to the Possibles, and a kick for Zach Laybutt from the sideline. Another left footer. Taking all time to have a look at this one. I'll have to start it out to the right upright and bend it back. He certainly does that, but the ball keeps pushing out to the right-hand side of the uprights. So no joy as the try scorer there, Preston Wetherill, is the man getting the 4-pointer for the Possibles. As you can see, nice flick out the back. Laybutt, great patience here, and gives the pass away. The number 15 there in chase, Weedman, did well. All hands out through Parnell, then onto the hands of Preston Wetherill. And great to see.
Hopefully they can consolidate with this set here. Young Halliday certainly going to get him around a football field, so he's got to the points really well.
Here's the restart from Christopher Robinson. Just see sitting up there in the breeze, causing all sorts of problems for the Possibles team. Luke Reckenberg now plays the ball. Oh, mistake coming there off the hands of Tate Roberts. Maybe had a little bit of a look up there at the moment. Roberts put the ball down, and there'll be a scrum 30 metres now away from the try line. Possible opportunity for the Probables.
Yes, mate. Let's just see what they got. Like I said, young Tavali, taking some leadership out there, get to their points on the football field, have the structure in place, and hopefully they can get over the try line.
Here's Christopher Robinson to feed the scrum. Gives it out now to Khan Pereira. Coming in as Seamus Edwards. Seamus Edwards finds a gap, goes through Edwards, looks up and sees the try line. That's a great work there from the fullback. The man in the number 1, Seamus Edwards, scores the try for the Probables team. And that's a brilliant bit of work getting on the outside.
Show and go, mate. And Seamus takes it on the outside here. The show and go, mate. Look, bit of speed. Unlucky to Zach to get there. Takes it around. Once again, you're looking at how our fullbacks, our wingers bring the football back. He shows some quick pair of heels.
Well, he got up then. I thought he was going to put a bit of a shake on for us.
We hope to see one today. Shake a leg.
Got the manhunt with the undercut happening there at the moment. Would have been Leo Dinover back in his day, in the early days.
I had some locks, but it wasn't like that.
Here's Christopher Robinson. See whether he can add the extra 2 points. He just sort of pulled that one straight away, didn't he? Unfortunately, the scoreline remains 10 points to 8. That one could have levelled it up. Of course, not playing for any particular trophies today, both these teams. Playing for the opportunity to be selected in the under-15s representative team out of the Murray Rugby League Carnival this year. A trip to Papua New Guinea is up for takings here. And what about the opportunities? Are you going to be going on the trip, Leo?
Mate, I'm not sure. That time of year, I think it's going to be fairly hot up there. So I think I might be better off down.
Oh, you might be sick that week if it gets too hot, eh? Here's the restart now from the Possibles. Allowed to bounce in the in-goal area. Got to really be careful of those kickoffs, certainly with the breeze being so strong today. Nice work up through the middle from the Possibles, or Probables team rather, in Jackson Smith. Well, ball comes loose. I was just about to wrap by Chatfield Mooka, but the ball came loose off some really good solid front on defence, that time from the Possibles team. And with real limited opportunities for these players, holding onto the ball is important. You don't want to be seen as those players who don't control the football, put their teams under pressure. Then he'll be looking forward to make up for that one, Chatfield Mooka.
Yeah, that's right, mate. Look, you spoke of the guys going forward, up the middle, to get the yards, but also you want that defence. And it certainly was a good hit there. Change that momentum back.
He's the player coming out the back now, working in the way Possibles. The number 4 flying there, Wajra Briggs in the headgear. He tried to put the ball away onto Parnell, but it came loose in that offload, and a mistake coming their way. Did mention the number 17 there, Jaden Thurston. I remember there being a young kid called Thurston who played in the Koori knockout for Akuna Barabran under 12s teams probably 2 or 3 years ago, and he was the absolute standout of that. I wonder if it's exactly the same kid, Thurston, who's playing here. He was from the St George region, so up here in Queensland. So whether or not it's exactly the same Jaden Thurston. He was the star that day. Here's a run now from the man Tavali Khan Pereira, the goal kicker. See what can happen now. The Probables pushing their way up forward. That's a nice run there too from Alfred Wacho. Trying to call for a penalty. He's the man in a dummy half. Now they spread the ball wide once more. Well, picked up. Good solid defence. Roberts underneath. Got a bit of help from our man in the number 20. And Gabriel Muka dust off there. Here's Jackson Smith once more in the number 12. They're all rolling up their sleeves in the middle. Here's Robinson. Steps off the right foot and again with a nice spin. He gets through Robinson. Getting on the outside once more. Had to look for support there. He had a bit of an overlap out on the left, but unfortunately went himself that time. Here's the last tackle now. Here comes the chip over the top from Edwards. He did it by himself before. This time he put his hand up to regather the ball. It goes forward and they'll turn the ball over here on the last tackle for the Possibles. Seamus Edwards wanting to do it all on his own once more.
Mate, that's the opportunity that he can create. He showed a bit of speed when he scored that try, so hopefully trying to do the same thing again. Unlucky for himself.
He's the scrum to pack down now. 25 metres out from the Possibles end of the field. 10 points to 8 they lead in this match. And don't worry about the scoreboard. Oh, it was almost a possible intercept there by Freddie McKinley. Snuck up on them real quickly then, but they'll pack down another scrum. Sort of slowing things down a little bit, spoiling the opportunities out wide.
You know, I think maybe fatigue sets in, and some of the young blokes here making decisions that they've got to do. Try and consolidate that set, get to a kick, and maybe take it down further.
It's also one of the hard jobs of the coaches, given the role of putting the Possibles and Probables on. Kids probably not wanting to come off the field, trying to shine individually. And then there'll be those players on the sideline who'd have a 1 minute's break and then they want to get straight back out there.
Yeah, it certainly is like that, mate.
It's a nice run from the Possibles man, the number 10. They're in Ben McKellar. He's Parnell. Tries to get on the outside. They've looked to offload as much as they can out wide, the centres today. Here's a nice run again from Poi Poi. Tries to push away defensively though. Very strong. The number 9, Tyrone Nona, has been good in defence for the White Probables team. The Maroons now in the Possibles. Another charge up through the middle, this time with Larson Doyle. Wanted a penalty that time, Doyle. Snow with a short pass. And our star in the 20. Always when you don't have the name, they always play well. That's the always thing that happens. Here's the crossfield kick. Nicely taken there in the hands of Alan Motton. We've seen him clean up a couple of times in the first half and doing it again this time, Motton. Very dependable little winger out wide. Here's Freddie McKinley. Zach Laybut brings him down. Working out nice and hard. Edwards again, this time doing some grunt work from the fullback. Well, if he's going to do the flashy stuff individually, he can do the grunt work as well, and that's what you like to see from your fullbacks. Oh, a slow play here as Weish Walsh turns the ball underneath now for Gabriel Muka. Need to pick up the pace a little bit here, the Probables. Getting out is Nona from dummy half. Cops the shoulder there of McKellar. Doyle comes over the top to finish him off. And there's the penalty for the shoulder charge. Called that one just earlier from Ben McKellar. Didn't get the arms wrapped around, just dropped the shoulder in, which is illegal in the game of rugby league today. There's that kick into the stiff breeze. But he did well to find some meters there, Tavali Khan Pereira, wearing the number 18 jersey for the Probables. Here the Probables are now on the attack. Number 11, Isaiah Kawan, takes the ball up through the middle. All these young under 15-year-old players trying to stand up and be the standout players as Jackson Smith takes another run forward. He's been busy today.
Certainly has, mate.
He's Khan Pereira now. He looks for holes, gets in behind Pereira. Another nice offload. Beautiful work here by Muka. Muka goes to the line. Just brought down short of it here now for the Probables. Space out on the left. Short pass. Chatfield. Muka spins and gets the ball down, does he? Oh, no, he's lost the football. The referee says no try. Abai Chatfield, Muka was there off a nice short pass, but he couldn't get the football down.
Once again, mate, you get that Tavali Khan Pereira taking it to the line. Nice flick inside. Absolutely amazing skills for a young bloke.
Unlucky there for the big front rower. Did well to push up and be there to take the next charge forward, but just couldn't get the ball down. Just slipping out, so some really good defence from the Possibles team to save the try there. No doubt the coaches, here's Thurston now stepping off the left foot. He was a tall, rangy kid a few years ago when I saw him, and here he is again now. growing into that body of his. Well, pass smartly allowed to let go there by McKellar. If he got a hand out forward on that, would have been a knock on. So smart play there from the prop. And he's at Dalen Rolls at dummy half, giving it on to Bronson Poi Poi. These players really getting in the grind of this 15s. Haven't seen too much of the flashy play here in this second half. Rolls again. Gives the pass out wide. Here's the kick from Laybutt. Possible 40-20 here off the left foot. Inside the 40, just to see that breeze and how it rolls end over end. And Motton is forced to play at the football. Coming up, just gets back in the field of play. Nice chase there from Carlos Smith. But he did well to get back in the field of play. Nice little step coming off there from Reece Walsh. But the defence is up for the challenge here. And now Seamus Edwards again. Mentioned before the hard work the fullback's been doing. He puts his hand up once more to get his team out of trouble. Some nice work here from the Probables. Working it up. Every player seeing their responsibility to go forward. Before was Ezra Mann. We saw his footwork in the try he scored previously. Last tackle now for the Probables. Khan Pereira, nice pass out wide. That's beautiful. Puts his player away. Nice draw and pass now out to Motton. Motton looks for the speed. Coming across in covers Carlos Smith. Flicks it out the back. Still play on now. Walsh flicks it out the back once more. Kick over the top now from Joseph Ross. Out wide. It's play on. It's out the back. He's Gabriel Mooker. But no, he's called it a knock on the referee. An exciting end to the Possibles Probables match. A really good one indeed. 10 points to 8, the Possibles lead. And I do not envy the coaching staff and the selection team who have to put together the under-15 Murray's team that will tour to PNG and that will also take on the might of the New South Wales Couriers early next year. Leo Dinover, thanks so much, brother, for calling the Possibles Probables game.
No worries, mate. Thank you.
Thank you also to John Devine. We're going to take a break here in our coverage. The Possibles 10 defeating the Probables 8.